I could barely stand. The news swirling my body into a tornado, furious and unforgiving, ungripped. I spun from this earth, floating with the image of my funeral, my family crying, my last moments of dying. I tried to pray, but didn't know how. I tried to breathe, but the tornado sucked the breath from my innermost cavities, leaving me empty and untethered. I laid on my bed, under every blanket I owned, hoping the weight would tether me to the ground, but not bury me beneath it. My head was angled towards Pahto, my feet toward Wy'east, two glacial mountains aligned north and south of my tiny town, nestled where the Columbia, Nichiwana, and the Hood and the White Salmon rivers meet. At the nexus, I lay restless until, suddenly, a whirling world appeared before my mind's eye, a swirling glacial mist traveling with the wind above the valleys and along the estuaries of Nichiwana entered my room, eddying around my bed from headwaters, moving through the crown of my head from Pahto and through the soles of my feet from Wy'east. Glowing bright as snow under the full moon, the mist entered every vessel, every cell, spinning faster and faster, right at the nexus of the lump of cancer cells growing beside my heart. Months later, walking laps on the cancer floor of OHSU, tethered to experimental chemo days on end, perhaps until the end. Unable to leave that building, daily they pumped a derivative of mustard gas into my aorta. The poison so dangerous they called it the Red Devil. Between sessions, gripping my IV pole, I circled the hallway, and with each completed lap I stopped at the north-facing window to ponder the melting beauty of Loowit's crater glacier. Only a few years earlier, I had stood at the top of the crater on the hottest day of summer, with no water. Each step upon the rubble slid me back too, but I still climbed. Every clump of melting ice I passed glistened desperate and delicious. My smile reflected back in that clean hospital window as I recalled the moment when next to my best friend, smiling and laughing full of life at the epic summit, I bared my breast to the glacier. My tears warmed, then cooled my dry cheeks as I thought of my own new crater. I am an amputee who still longs to hike Loowit's resilient rubble. Instead, I stand wobbling on the cleanest floor I've ever seen. Easy to look down to my left foot crammed against the metal cane. No mountain to obstruct my view. Years later, and I'm alive, for now. But each year, as I held my breath with each new scan, I gasped at the devastating news and looming, dooming data. These glaciers are melting. Mountains aren't meant to die faster than me. I love these glacial mountains. Pahto, Wy'east, Loowit. Their ancient wisdom tethers me to this earth. Their resilience vicariously sustains me. And together we beat our thriving heart. Together we are entangled in magic and the enchanting mundane. My daily breath, the breath of the trees that nourish the soul, the soil, up to the timberline. The water melts, life force energy, salmon rejoice, and we silly, selfish humans forget who we are, what we are. Our hearts beat in the shared rhythming, a slow, deep pulse of blood, stone, snow, and sap. I offer my gratitude to the waters that carve and cleanse, to the winds that whisper their ancient names, to the trees that turn breath to life and life to death to life again and again and again. And in that offering, I feel it. The shimmer between worlds, the divine pulse that moves through glacier and blood akin. I now know I was never untethered, and I was being rewoven into love, into gratitude, into the vast breathing body of the world, kneeling at the sacred temple. My hands, my toes, my heart in her dirt, I remember how to pray.